Conference 3.5, wherein we'll explore the topic leadership and management doing success. We are honored to have a panel of accomplished CEOs, founders, co-founders, company secretaries, chartered accountants, industry leaders, startup mentors, and academicians as our guest speaker for this conference. By the end of this conference, we hope you will all gain valuable insights into this crucial area. Under the MSMED Act 2006 with the Government of India. Our mission basically is to provide consulting services to student entrepreneurs globally, covering areas such as compliance, operations, marketing, research and development, human capital, strategy, and operations. Our passion lies in helping these budding entrepreneurs bring their dreams to life and contribute to global economy. At SK Associates and Group, we take pride in offering tailor-made solutions to our clients. Our team of transformational consultants has a deep-rooted passion for entrepreneurship, and they bring extensive experience and expertise to every project. Over the past 3 years, we have built a network of 5,000 plus associate consultants from 30 plus countries, representing diverse universities, industries, functional roles, and from various backgrounds. Our ultimate goal is to assist 600 million students pan India by providing pro bono consulting services in areas such as strategy, operations, human capital, compliance, legal advisory, research and development, taxation, and marketing. We also plan to invest more than 500 crores US dollars in the startups by 2035, creating more than 5,000 plus employment opportunities for startup experts, advisors, mentors, and research scholars. Our vision is to contribute to global economic growth by empowering the next generation of iconic entrepreneurs. So, collaboration and strategic alliances are key to achieving our mission, and we are committed to promoting entrepreneurship development and community impact with a focus on empowering students for global economic growth. We aim to partner with over 1,000 plus universities and colleges by the next 6 years, providing guidance and mentorship to students as they embark on their startup journeys. Till date, we have collaborated with more than 12 universities, and we are still under negotiations with 8 more. The enthusiasm and interest we see among students for entrepreneurship is truly inspiring. Startups have the potential to address economic and geopolitical challenges through innovative business models. By promoting sustainable entrepreneurship, we can not just drive positive change, but we can also create a brighter future for all. Entrepreneurs not only generate job opportunities, but also stimulate economic growth by offering innovative solutions to consumer needs and foster collaboration with other businesses. We have witnessed remarkable success stories wherein entrepreneurs have tackled issues like climate change, waste management, education, and many more. To go into details of how our clients have built their businesses successfully over the last 3 years, do visit the blog section of our website. So, entrepreneurship has been a catalyst for change and innovation. It's a powerful force that can reshape industries, transform lives, and make the world a better place. We are committed to supporting student entrepreneurs on their journey, equipping them with the tools, knowledge, and networks they need to succeed. At SK Associates and Group, we are immensely grateful for the dedicated support of our executive management team, including Ms. Vaishali Shri, Ms. Aditi Jain, Mr. Faiz Siddiqui, who is right now moderating and helping us stream this conference live, Ms. Pooja Kumari, and Ms. Seema Kumari. The unwavering commitment has indeed played a pivotal role in our growth and development till date. Thanks to their dedication, we can make a meaningful impact on the entrepreneurial ecosystem by inspiring, educating, and mentoring young individuals, encouraging them to pursue entrepreneurship instead of a corporate career. Now, before we delve into our discussion for today, let's take a moment to introduce our esteemed lineup of guest speakers and tap into the wealth of wisdom they bring to the table. So, our first speaker for the day is none other than CS Sri Lakshmi Narayan Gupta Gamini, who has qualified as a company secretary in 2009, became a member of ICSI in April 2010. Previously, he worked as company secretary in corporate sector till 2012. In 2012, he started his own firm as a company secretary in practice, that is LNG and Associates. company secretaries in Hyderabad. He is the founder and designated partner of LNG Corporate Law Advisors LLP and is providing secretarial and corporate legal services to the corporate world for the last 14 years. He is also handling NCLT, National Company Law Tribunal matters, and secretarial auditor for major public companies and private limited companies across Hyderabad. Our next speaker for today is none other than CS Tangirila Lalita Devi, fellow member of ICSI, MCOM and LLM in International Trade and Economic Laws from Osmania University, and PG Diploma in Computer Science from Central University, Hyderabad. Being an ICSI certified CSR professional and a practicing company secretary, she has also worked as a company secretary previously in Ganga Care Hospital and as a compliance officer of listed public, private, Section 8 companies and societies. Earlier to her acquiring CS qualification, she has also worked at National Institute of Nutrition, Indian Council of Medical Research, NIN, ICMR, a central government organization for approximately 3 decades. Next up, we have none other than Mr. Chinmoy Roy, who, as a certified business excellence champion, assesses group companies spanning diverse sectors. His expertise includes managing production shops, assembly, body fabrication, painting, engine manufacturing, foundry, and press shops, ensuring adherence to world-class quality standards. With over 36 plus years of extensive experience in automobile manufacturing, Chinmoyji specializes in operations and maintenance, finance, safety management, projects, digitalization, and sustainability within the industry. Currently serving as the General Manager of Technical Services at Tata Motors, Chinmoyji shall be sharing his views with us today. Our final speaker for today is none other than Mr. C.S. Sandeep Kumar Kejriwalji, who is a practicing company secretary since last 25 years and obviously quite renowned within ICSI. He's a central council member of ICSI and his core area of practice is company law, banking and IBC. So we would like to welcome everyone and it's an honor to have you all with us. Your expertise adds a special dimension to our conference, making it a unique and insightful gathering. Now, before we begin the conference, we would like to request all the attendees and our panelists for today to kindly switch on the respective webcam. We truly believe from the heart that any knowledge transfer must be happening in a two-way manner, so it's always interactive for both the parties. And would also like to inform you that our HR team will be conducting polls in the chat box throughout the conference, and we encourage everyone to ask queries as well as participate in the poll actively. Moving ahead, I would like to invite our first speaker for today, CS Sri Lakshmi Narayan Gupta ji, and request him to commence his speech.
Yeah. Thank you, Shravan Kumar. Greetings to all of you. First of all, let me appreciate the efforts putting by this SK Group Associates for the purpose of awareness of the students and CFOs, CEOs, and especially entrepreneurs, startups, to increase their leadership qualities, to increase the entrepreneurial skills. You are putting these efforts. It's a commendable effort, I can say. Gathering speakers, gathering audience, it's not so easy task because we are into field. It's not so easy task. Yeah. Let me share. First of all, let me welcome all of you for this online conference. The topic given to us today is to talk on leadership, management, and how to become a successful leader, successful person. Let me share my experience with regard to leadership and management. The leader, can we say the leader is the person controller? Can we say the leader is the person dictate the terms to others? Can we say leader is the person dominating their team members and subordinates? No. Obviously, no. The leader is the person who encourages the team members. Leader is the person who can come to the rescue whenever the issue comes, who is motivating the others and creating the zeal and enthusiasm among the group members. That is the first and foremost thing the leader should have. The leader not only in one particular sector, it may be service sector or trading, imports, exports, or manufacturing. Whatever the product you take it. So now young entrepreneurs are here, I think, in online or offline. Maybe some YouTube channels also you are telecasting. Whatever the product you take for your manufacturing, whatever the service you are going to start, first we need to make him a successful person. You need to understand the organization goal first. Once you understand the organization goal, so accordingly you put your small goals and accordingly you appoint some team members and encourage them. So whatever the team members working for achieving the organization goals, they should have clarity. You must train them in such a way that they can understand the goals to reach the goals within the time. So the time frame is very important. Understanding the goal is important. At the same time, working for the organization. See, the personal goals will be there. The personal goals should be the least priority before the organization goals. The personal achievements will come automatically. It should be a byproduct, but should not be a main product. Whenever you are working in an organization, the organization goal is most important for anything. For that, you need to teach or train the team members the utmost important. That kind of atmosphere you need to create. Whenever the issue comes, you should come forward and resolve the issue. Success comes, share the success and give the success to all your team members. The challenge comes, take up the challenge. You are the person, take the challenge and burden on your shoulders so that the team members will encourage and definitely they'll work towards the success, towards the organization goals. It should not be any kind of blame to other people. One should be answerable, one should be responsible for whatever the works is handling. Either team member or some other colleague, whatever the associate, if he is the person who is handling this as a head, he must be answerable to the management. So to become a successful leader, one must adopt these kind of qualities. For example, you are given a task in an organization. What is the task as designed for you? For example, the product, the newly launched in the market. That product, you need to create some advertisement, the brand promotion. So you need to coordinate with the different departments in an organization. It may be finance department, in a accounts department, maybe advertising department, HR department. As a person, as an in-charge person of that product, you need to coordinate with all the team, all the members, give some goals, some tasks to each team. So combinedly, you can make the product as successful in the market. It is not a one person effort, it is a team effort. So to become a next topic, managerial personnel. See, once you become a successful leader, automatically you can become a managerial personnel. If you see an organization, different levels will be there. Starts from employees, team members, team leaders, maybe managers, assistant manager, general manager, deputy manager, and manager, then board of directors, CFO, CEO, and company secretaries, chartered accountants. These are all the different hierarchies will be there in the company. To reach from just employee of the company to reach as the leader, the managerial positional is a process. By experience, by adopting these techniques, one can reach that position. I can say a few things out of my experience. To reach that level, one must be a continuous learner. Once you qualify as any qualification, it may be different professional qualification, academic qualification, any qualification, it is only entry. Whatever the certificate you are getting as academician is entry. Later, you need to keep learning. Once the person stops learning, automatically his development will stop. And keep learning is the utmost important habit for the managerial person. And you need to adopt the technology. Whenever the new technology comes in the market, you need to adopt the technology. For example, now artificial intelligence technology is going to rule the world. So what are the traditional practices you are doing in your business, in your service? It may be manufacturing product, whatever it may be. You need to implement, you need to adopt those tools in your business. Then only you can catch up the world. Now, second 2G generation has gone, 3G gone, 4G gone, 5G ahead, and in some other countries 6G and 7G also using in technology side. So as and when you adopt the technology, then you can pop up in the market. So now artificial intelligence is a driven technology. So for example, you are providing your services to organization, how to implement those techniques into your business. That is most important thing. So one must be a learner, one must adopt the technology, one must follow the recent trends, whatever it is there in the market to become a successful person. Let's talk about the organization. So any managerial personnel, any leader work for the organization. He may be a self-employee or he may be a manager in a company, but work for the organization. So the requirement of the organization one should understand. For example, if you take let us talk about some startups. Many startups we are seeing successful startups last 10 years. If you take the Paytm, Ola, the Uber, and the most good example, Zomato. 10 years back, if you see these products, these brands are not there in the market. Suddenly how they become so much successful. They went to IPO and the IPO initial public offer also successful. 10 times, 20 times over subscription has come. How? It's a strategy. To meet the satisfaction of the customer is utmost important. If you see that Amazon, if you see that Snapdeal, or whatever Flipkart, I'm not doing any advertisement for them, but I'm just taking an example. How they're reaching those levels? They are meeting the customer requirement, the customer satisfaction they're meeting. For example, if the product has not given properly on time, then automatically wrong feedback will come online. So to every aspect they're taking care. It may be management, advertisement, publicity, or finance, customer satisfaction, and all aspects, all divisions they're managing. So these are the managing things most important to reach as a successful person or successful to make your product as a successful product in the market. One must meet the requirement of the client, of the customer. That is most important. The satisfaction level, most important. And trustworthiness. The trust you need to create on your product. The trust you need to create on your firm. It may be, for example, you are providing some legal services, you are providing some other engineering services. The trust you need to create among the peer groups. Then once the trustworthiness increases, automatically the brand will increase. Then you can sustain the market. You can become a good leader. You can become a managerial person. So we can say, I can say one more example. One must be expert in the field. For example, I'm handling some corporate affairs. I must be expert in my field. Many doctors will be there in the market. I'm not criticizing anyone. For example, many doctors are there. Many engineers are there. Many lawyers are there. Many CS, many CA, many other professionals. Many entrepreneurs will be there. Every day new person will come. But only we are talking about few are very successful. Why? Only few legal experts are successful. Why? For example, one issue comes in our home only. One health issue comes. We are finding an expert doctor to get a good treatment. So many doctors are there in the same field. Neurology problem has come. So are you finding expert doctor in the neurology? Yes, we are finding expert. Why don't you go to the doctor who is in your street? No, we are not going. We are finding an expert person in that profession. Similarly, once you become an expert, the demand will increase on that person. You need to create the demand on the product. You need to create demand on the person. When it is possible, once you become an expert of the field, automatically this kind of demand will increase. The quality will increase. It may be organization, it may be a person, this kind of techniques to be followed. And other things I can give a number of examples because of less time given to each speaker. I think I need to confine within the time. Still, I have time, 2 minutes, Mr. Shravan Kumar.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can pull it for 5-10 minutes.
So I can go ahead for 5 more minutes also. So, and one more important point, one more important quality for the leader, he must empower the others. And the clarity should be there in his mind, whatever the work is handling. And the bias should not be there. Whatever the team members, it may be a same team member or some other person, whenever it comes to his team, he should not show any bias to become a successful leader. So combinedly, to make any product or service, combined effort should be required. The credit should give to all your group members. The responsibility should take it. This is what I would like to share my experience. And finally, I would like to say one word with regard to a successful leader, a successful person, to become a good leader, first you should become a successful person. You may forget about your past, but learn from it. Don't worry about your future, but work for it. But live in a present, enjoy the present. Whenever the opportunity comes, try to find the happiness. Try to find the happiness not in others. Try to find the happiness within ours. Happiness is a one kind of internal job. So once you become a successful person by adopting these techniques, you can become a successful leader. The real leader will, will motivate the groups by his behavior. The real leader will encourage the team members by his approach. The true leader will create the leaders for the future, but not the followers. So try to be a successful person to become a true leader, to become a true expert in the market. That's what I'd like to share my knowledge with you. Thank you, friends. Thank you, all of you, for giving. Thank you, especially with this SKN group, for giving me opportunity to share my experience and my knowledge here. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best. I wish you have a bright future, all of you.
So, before we actually open the panel for queries, Gupta ji, I had a small question for you.
Yes,
like, since I am into the consulting industry too, and we are talking about leadership today, we do find multiple, entrepreneurs who basically outsource most of their operations to second-party businesses or similar firms. So, in most of these cases, we observe that they are very unwilling to work with human resources who are employed in the firm in the longer run as employees due to certain compliances basically that they're afraid of. For instance, filing the employee's regular PF or ESIC, similar compliances. So what would be your take on this? Like, what would be your advice to such entrepreneurs?
And you mean to say the young entrepreneurs who are coming for complying these different aspects, what cares to be taken? That's what your question, right?
No. My question is that these entrepreneurs basically do not wish to work with permanently employed human resources due to the increase in compliances, labor compliances that we usually follow with big firms. So what is your advice to them?
Understood. I understood your query. For example, the new startup has come. They need to comply n number of laws. Like if you take the GST has to comply, PF, ESA, at the Companies Act. Any other law, the organization, it may apply n number of laws. It is not possible for them to approach different experts for each work. So they can approach the legal firms. Then there are many legal firms in India. They will provide services at one single point of contact. If you give the file to them, they will search the person for you. They will provide all kinds of works, whatever it is applicable for your company. There are n number of firms are in India. So they can approach the legal firm or secretarial firm that suits their requirements. They can take up as a retainership fees to avoid work-to-work basis. For example, if you assign as a single assignment, that maybe cost will increase. Maybe they can appoint as a legal person as a retainer. What are the scope of works they can design? So within the scope, whatever the works comes, they won't charge an extra. Just my advice, I'm telling. So within one legal firm, they can handle all these kind of works, not required to approach different professionals for that different works for the organization.
And that was a great take on this. And secondly, my query was that when we talk of leadership development, we also talk of women who are basically coming forward to become entrepreneurs in various fields and industries nowadays. So coming down to women again, they have multiple responsibilities that they have to take care of at multiple levels. So due to that, we see women quitting out startups at a faster rate than men, as per certain researches that I have read. So again, I would like to ask you, like, how can this be prevented in the long run?
See, entrepreneurship, maybe men or women, the skill is matter, the abilities matter, the vision is matter, and planning and implementation is matter. The gender differentiation won't there now. Only it is the psychology of the persons. Once they remove that kind of gap in their mind, any person, any field can be successful. provided the proper plan, not only having plan, proper implementation and right time is most important. That's what I can tell for the young entrepreneurs. And they should not keep backstep. Doing one product in one day and another product in another day, that kind of thing should not be there. Keep hit and automatic success will come. Irrespective of gender, I can say. Efforts is required.
Oh, that's it.
Any
Thank
other?
you. I would like to request the audience to put forth their queries, if any.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Anyone who has any questions? I would like to even invite the panelists to cross question each other. If you
Anyone?
have any queries, sure. So, no questions at all? Sure. Then. Thank you. Oh, we have a poll question, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what I can guess. Sure. Okay. Thank you, Sri Lakshmi ji, for your amazing speech. I would like to request you to share your email address in the chat box so that if anyone has any queries or seeks any further consultation, they can straight away reach out to you.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
I'll share. Thank you very much.
Sure. Now, moving ahead, let's welcome CS Tangirla Lalita Devi, and I request her to commence her speech and share her insights with all of us.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Shravan Kumar. So, respected speakers, organizers, senior professionals, industrialists, students, and each and everyone attending this conference, a very good evening to you all. So, I thank the management of the SK Associates for giving me this opportunity to present today to all the students globally and to share my knowledge, whatever I know about the leadership and management and the strategies for achieving success. I endorse with CS Gupta in appreciating the SK Associates for conducting these type of conferences for the benefit of the aspiring entrepreneurs and also the aspiring professionals, aspiring managers, which will be very much helpful to build up their career and be a successful person. So coming to the topic, leadership and management. Okay. So as you all know, in the corporate world, the terms leadership and management are used as synonyms, but they are fundamentally different in their focus and skills. So I don't want to go into the book definitions or anything about the leadership or management because the time given is very short. I want to focus on other things. So I want to focus on the strategies more. Okay. So fundamentally, a manager is a person who plans, organizes, allocates resources, controls, solves problems. A leader is a person who motivates, influences, and inspires. That's where the difference comes. The leader will lead the team. A manager will see that the direction given by the leader is followed efficiently. Okay, but there are some common skills required, possess both of them, like communicating, problem solving, decision making. But some key skills a leader requires that he has to, over and above the manager, he has to empower, he has to inspire the people, and he has to see that they are going on the direction. The traits of a manager, the traits of a leader, they all have to be followed. The most effective leaders and managers possess a combination of all these qualities. Both are vital. Management and leadership are vital for the success of any organization. It is necessary to realize the importance and balance both of them. Okay. So here coming to the strategies for achieving success. So I would like to bring the attention of all the audience here to the means the management lessons what we learn from the Mahabharata. So Mahabharata has given us many lessons, has told us many lessons which are very, very important for a manager or a leader to follow for achieving success. Okay, so it is an ancient Indian epic written many years ago, which revolves around two branches of family, Pandavas and Kauravas. It is said that whatever is not there in the Mahabharata cannot be found anywhere else. Even today, its prominence is felt in every form of art. There are a lot of management lessons we can learn from Mahabharata, and it's a perfect guide whether for management or leadership. It is the best corporate world is the best place where these lessons can be easily applied. Here, I would like to present some strategies which the Pandavas followed, applied in Mahabharata battle for achieving the success. First one, so right leadership and mentorship strategy. So Pandavas have followed that their leadership is very, very important for the battle. Mentorship is also important. Kauravas had one-man leadership hierarchy. Only Duryodhana was controlling everything. Duryodhana was giving the directions and instructions to everyone, though they are senior leaders. But here Pandavas have different generals directing the operations, and they have taken the authority. There is a participative theory of leadership when it comes to Pandavas. But when it comes to Kauravas, it is authoritative theory of leadership. So this we can learn from this management theory we can learn from the Mahabharata. So next, coming to the target and smart strategy. At the war, the target for both Kauravas and Pandavas was the war to win the battle. But Karna was subduing other kings so that they will get wealth and support from other kingdoms and all. But Pandavas were concentrating on acquiring Divyasras, strength, and strategic wisdom. The smart strategies of Lord Krishna helped the Pandavas a lot. So that is the smartness required when coming to achieving for any success. Then coming to the innovative thinking. Innovative thinking here, as you all know, I don't know, but all the 100 Kauravas and Duryodhana are the test tube babies. Duryodhana is the world's first test tube baby. Is it not? So Gandhari wanted to give birth to more number of sons so that they can have stronger kingdom. So it is basically an invention, but the result is of innovative thinking. So this test tube baby invention has started way back at that time itself. It's nothing new now. Okay. Now the field doctors and all, they claim that it's all our research. No, it's already there during the Mahabharata time also. Okay. So coming to the next aspect, it is selection of resources. So Arjuna and Duryodhana, you all know that went to ask for favors from King Krishna, is it not? And Arjuna asked Krishna himself to work as the driver of his chariot. On the other hand, Duryodhana asked for his army. Krishna and his leadership with the Pandavas are one of the major reasons behind the victory of the Pandavas. So Krishna is selecting Krishna by Arjuna is one of the important aspects where he has selected a best resource. He knows that Krishna is more valuable or powerful, more strong than any other army, his army or anything. So he has selected for Krishna. So Krishna played a role in the most important human resource. When it comes to management, it is very necessary to select right resources. The selection of right resources is therefore very, very significant for achieving success. And next comes to learning and development. So Lord Krishna gave an insight into the realities. When you all know, when Arjuna was afraid of fighting with all the senior people, relatives. So Lord Krishna has told him as Bhagavad Gita, you all know. So he has told me the realities of life, that you do your duty. Leave everything, leave apart. You do your duty. That is what you are meant for. You concentrate on your goal. What is your goal? To win the battle. Okay. So he believed the solution to all the problems in the world is Bhagavad Gita. So it is important for all the managers to understand the importance of the learnings of management and to follow them. To learn, develop, update your knowledge. Management books, read the books or get information through any other sources and update your knowledge. That is very, very important for a manager or any leader. Arjuna not only learned the best of military sources from Drona, but also interested learn about divine weapons from Indra. also treated Yudhishthira and Krishna as his mentors and continued learning whatever they had to offer. He from his brothers, relatives, from everyone he learned. He got the strength from everything. He has taken the positive things from them and he has developed his knowledge. And also the next thing is ethics. So the Kauravas always followed the path of dishonesty. You all know the story that they have did all sorts of bad things to Pandavas. On the other hand, the Pandavas always followed ethical principles, seized their blood. Though they know that means because of the game played by Sekru, they were sent to forest and all. Even then they accepted. They know it's not right. It's not right thing they have done. So even then they accepted and they took it as a challenge that yes, we have strength, we can do, we can survive, we can take this as a challenge and we can achieve, we can success, we can get everything. So in that fashion they have thought and they followed all the ethical practices. The leaders and managers have to follow the ethical path to achieve the success all the time. So like Duryodhana, if they follow dishonesty, unethical practices, it will be a problem for them. So that is one of the strategy Pandavas have followed, always honest to whatever it is, works or people or anything. Then comes to commitment and common goal. The commitment, what the Pandavas has. Most of the leaders like Bhishma Pitamaha and Dronacharya fought on behalf of the Kauravas. They know that they will lose the battle. They know that they are on the wrong side. They know that the management, that is the Duryodhana, is on the wrong side. Even then they are committed. They are committed to their job. They are committed to their duty. They are duty born. Okay. This is a management lesson because it should be followed by all the employees, that they should not keep hopping from one company to other for small petty things. Okay, this also teaches the management lesson of being loyal to the customer and the company. A manager should be always loyal to the company where he works. That is one of the management lesson we have to learn from Mahabharata. And more people, more work. And I told you that Draupadi wanted more sons so that strong kingdom can be built up. Why more people means more strong? That is the thinking of her. Sometimes the companies tend to lay off people to maximize profits. They say that if we remove the people, we can earn more profits. No, however, the value addition is done to a maximum number of people. There are more chances of getting success. The Kauravas and the Pandavas understood the importance of manpower and tried to increase the size of their armies as much as possible. Okay, in a battle, Kauravas or Pandavas, they try to go to other kingdoms and ask them, so please join, please help us in the battle. So that is how they pull up the people. Manpower is very, very important. For a manager or a leader to get more people, to followers, more followers is very, very important to be a strong leader. And diplomacy. So diplomacy is very, very important and it plays an important role in getting the work done. It is an important part of people management. So in Mahabharata, what is the diplomacy? You all know that Dronacharya is very, very powerful person. So Arjuna, Pandavas could not defeat him. So they know that they will lose the battle. They want to kill Dronacharya. So what is the option they have? Because they have played a trick. That you all know Yudhishthira saying Ashwadhama, Atha Kunjara, Yudhishthira will not lie. So when everyone said Ashwadhama died, Dronacharya asked Yudhishthira only because he won't lie. Everyone may lie, but Yudhishthira will not lie. He was not confident that they are telling all lies. So he asked Yudhishthira. Then Yudhishthira had no other go. He is in the battle. He has to do his job. He is committed for the for his fellow people. So what he said, Aswadha Mata Kunjara. Slowly he said Kunjara, that is the elephant. So he is right, but there is the effect is the result is there is a diplomacy there. Okay, so diplomacy is also very, very important. So I have time little bit. Okay, at least 5 minutes. Okay, and PR maintenance. So maintaining the public relations is one of the most accurate keys to success. It helps in getting the right quality support from the right people at the right time. It was a result of the public relations maintained with other important leaders who were willing to support the Kauravas even when they knew the result. Okay, the Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, they all are positive towards, favorable towards Arjuna. They are fighting for Kauravas. They are fighting for Kauravas. But Arjuna maintained that relationship with the leaders, the Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, and all. Though they are on the opposite side, the relationship he had maintained with them, that has helped him. They fought, but their intention was to favor Arjuna only. So that has helped him a lot. That has helped the Pandavas a lot. Okay, this can be applied to management as good public relations must be maintained with the employees, suppliers, wholesalers, and other entities of the external environment. It is very helpful in surviving the hard times of a business cycle. So for a manager or a leader to maintain good relationships, public relationships with external outside agencies or external factors, in fact, people, competitors, or anyone, it is very, very important. That will help. That will be some way or the other, sometime, or it will be favorable for the success of the business or organization or for an individual. And next comes division of work. Okay, division of work. So during the battle, what Pandavas did, what Kauravas did, everything was concentrated to Duryodhana. He used to tell, at that point of time, you do this, you do that. But Pandavas, what they did, they have divided the work. They gave Bhima one work, okay, Arjuna some work, Nakula some aspect, some area to take care, Sahadeva some area to take care, Yudhishthira some area to take care. So they have divided the work so that everyone will concentrate, will put their 100% efforts in achieving the results, to focus on the work given to them, so that overall there will be a positive result. So like that, division of work will help a lot in the organization. This is one of the management strategies where the management can achieve success in getting the results or earning profits or whatever it is. And the next aspect, so this is very, very important aspect, women empowerment. Okay, so women empowerment is one of the most important management lessons to be learned from the Mahabharata. So Pandavas always gave respect to women and their decisions. Kunti, Draupadi, Subhadra are a few influencing people, female characters in Mahabharata. On the other hand, Kauravas have not obeyed Gandhari, and there was no participation of women in decision making. Gandhari was telling many things to Duryodhana, but he never listened to her. He was always listening to Karna and not giving any importance to Gandhari's words. Amba, she is one of the first voices in the Mahabharata who protests against the idea of Swayamvara. When the Bhishmacharya was asked to come for Swayamvara and marry the other persons, she rejected outrightly. No, I don't want. There's our freedom. We should have freedom to select the people. So that is, she has protested. She is the first person. Kunti is known for her extraordinary bold decisions and parenting. Her character is crucial in the understanding of the mothers who fight for the rights of their children. She also becomes an epitome of single parenthood in society and as a brilliant justification for it. As a daughter, she raises her voice against female children easily be giving away in adoption. When her father asked to give for adoption the children, she refused. No, I will not give for adoption. I will take care of my children. Gandhari stands as a tall figure of reason and rationality. Always she used to tell all the right things. Though Duryodhana did not listen to her, she was always telling all the right things only. Okay. So Draupadi, she has enormous potentialities in Mahabharata, controls the entire power discourses and narrates that lead to the war of the Mahabharata. There may be something negative. She is the person who is the cause for the Mahabharata. But Mahabharata is, there is a cause for everything. As Krishna says, there is a cause. So she is the person, she has become the thread for that. That's all. Nothing to do with her. So there should not be any negativity in that. She has managed so many Pandavas, everything, everywhere. When they took her to the forest, she did not say anything. Nowadays, ladies, they want everything, all the comforts, everything. They don't go even to a village also. But she accepted. She was with the Pandavas all the time, supporting them to achieve their success. And women in Mahabharata established significant instances of strong women voices that define women empowerment in true spirit and sense. After years of ignorance, fair sex has now been recognized as an important part of society and the corporate world. Many companies have made sure that 50% of the employees are women in all positions. In Mahabharata, taught the same long back. And also for listed companies, our Companies Act also, SEBI also, women, female member in the board, okay, in independent directors, women director, they made it mandatory, okay, in the management, because they give the wisdom, it will be there in the board. They will take means their inputs are very valuable to the management, to the board for running any organization. And okay, there are failures also in some organizations. There are failures also. Why the failures are there? So we have to see the failure part also, so that they can be corrected. So there are several reasons why managers fail, including like lack of communication. It's very, very important nowadays, communication. They don't have proper communication, downward communication with the staff or departments or anything. That is one of the lacking for failure in the management. So poor leadership skills, leader, but there are no leadership skills for that leader. So there is a failure. Okay. And inadequate training and development. There is no training and development. There is no update of the information, update of the knowledge in the organization. That leads to the failure. So delegation, there is no delegation of the responsibility. Like Duryodhana, everything is controlled by the top management. There's no delegation. Only MD or CEO will control everything. Only authoritative. That is no participative management there. Okay. And micromanagement. Also all the time micromanaging the FS or jobs or staff. It will lead to failure of the management and lack of adaptability. Nowadays, you all know there are so many changes, technological changes or many changes. So the organizations or management have to adapt to the changing scenario. So that is lacking nowadays. That is also one of the reasons for failure. So by addressing these issues, these reasons for failure and developing the necessary skills, managers can improve their chances of success in their roles. So this is what I would like to tell all the students or all the attendees today. So hope I have given some inputs. There are some takeaways for the audience today. Thank you all. I once again thank the management of SK Associates for giving me this opportunity.
So I would like to invite Priyanshi ji to take over from you. I hope I'm audible, Priyanshi.
Yes, sir, you're audible. And thank you so much, Miss Lalita Devi, ma'am, for an amazing speech. And please share your email address in the chat box.
Yeah.
Additionally, hello everyone, and Priyanshi, and I really apologize a lot for the delay in joining the conference because and sorry for the inconvenience as well.
No issues.
Now, like Miss Lalita ji to please share her email address in the chat
Yeah,
box as well.
definitely. Yeah. Thank you all once again.
Lalita ji, we have two questions for you in the chat box. If
Okay,
you could just
okay.
go through them. Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Chat.
So the first question in the chat box is that which management style focuses on the employee well-being and satisfaction?
Which management style focuses on employee well-being and satisfaction? So participative management, so employees, they will be part of the management, they'll be happy to share their inputs, their knowledge for the well-being of the organization. And employee well-being also they can put up, as this nowadays these trade unions are a part of management, they are nominated, and organizations also there. So they are the people who are facing the issues and all, so they can put up in the to the management, and the issues can be resolved immediately. So that will ease the well-being of the for the management to take care of the well-being of the employees, and also it will be to the satisfaction of the employees. Another question, please. What is that another question? Can you read for me?
Yes, ma'am. Sure. The other question is that should we follow the Karan of Mahabharata?
Should we follow the Karna of Mahabharata?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So Karna, okay, Karna is good. He has all a positive feature, positive characters and all, but he has taken a wrong side. So he has made a friendship with a wrong person. So though we have all good qualities, everything, but being with wrong people, being with wrong attitude people, it will give a negative image on us also. So you select people, selecting your peer group or selecting any of the other society where you belong to, or which people, which organization you belong to. Means organization is not bad, I am not telling that, but selecting the people, selecting the means some organizations are there, practices. So you select those organizations and you join them. You be the leader. As a leader, you have to guide. You have to see your followers follow you. So if you are in the right path, your followers will follow you in the right path. So take the positive means attitude or positive qualities from the Karna, but be on the right side. So, okay. Hope I have
Yes,
answered. Mm.
yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for the answer. And
Yeah.
if anyone has any further questions, so please don't hesitate to reach out to her.
Yeah.
Now, welcome, hmm, let's welcome Mr. Roy, and I request her to please commence the speech.
Yeah. Am I audible? Yeah. So first of all, thank you, Savan, for inviting me. I may be the person who's an odd person out in this set of speakers. I'm the only person from industry. Others are all company secretaries. So maybe my presentation will be a little bit different. But after two excellent speeches, people from industry are very fond of following instructions. So Saban's team has told me to make a PPT, so I have made a PPT. So I'll have to follow what Saban's team has said. So let me present the PPT. I think when I present the PPT, I may not be able to see the screen. Maybe you can pause me if there is any query. Let me share and let me know whether it has.
Sure, Chinmay.
Yeah.
Yeah, your screen is completely visible, Chinmay.
Let me go to the screen, full screen mode.
Sure, sure.
Can you see the full screen or presenter view? Can you see the full screen, right?
We can see the presenter views as of
Not the
now.
full screen, right?
No.
So let me reshare. There will be some problem here.
Sure.
Just a second. Is it visible now? No.
No, not as of now.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, now it's visible. Now it's visible.
Yeah.
Yes.
So a lot of things have been said about leadership and strategy, but I'll start with a disclaimer. Now, I'm not going to give you a lecture on leadership, because if you Google it, if you open a YouTube, you'll get a lot of lectures, but it's more of an experience sharing, which I'll be doing now. And whatever I have learned in over a period of 37 years in automobile, I'll try to share all of them. Now, let me, since there are many students and many people who are thinking of starting a business, let me make it a little simple how a business would look like. And if you look at a business, there are three things we look at. One is what of the business, how of the business, and why of the business. Now, if you look at what comes under what are the elements of business? One is leadership, which today's topic is. And when there is a leadership has a set of people, is a workforce. And business also have different infrastructure, depends on what kind of industry you're operating, what kind of business it is. Now, what is how here? When I say how, it is every company is guided by a set of values and principles. Definitely from values and principles are guidelines based on the strategies are made, and we create systems and processes to manage business. Now, the interesting what is why? When I say why, this business is for whom? It is for stakeholders. Now, stakeholders are again different for different businesses. The term PPP, why I have mentioned, is the term which today the world is using. It is people, planet, and profit. We have to think about all types of stakeholders, right? Now, second is it is every business is driven by a mission, why we exist, and also to drive the business you need an aspiration. The aspiration is what we call in modern languages vision. So every company, every business will have a vision, every business will have a mission. Now, let's see what will be the topic for me today. There are a lot of things can be said on. There are all inclusive. One of them, each of them are a big topics. But today we'll be speaking on the leadership part. Now, what is leadership? What is the role of a leadership in a business? First of all, they are setting direction for the business. They are interacting with stakeholders. When I stakeholders, I mean it is starting with employees, customers, shareholders, government, everybody. They actually manage the business through their different hierarchy. They also look at how the business can be made more capable. When I say capable, it doesn't mean only the people capability. It's the capability of the infrastructure. It is the capability of people. It is the capability of system, everything, technology, everything. Now, when I say leadership is, there are two things when you talk about leadership. One is individual leaders, and the second is leadership system. I've given certain description of that. So individual leaders are characterized by what are their traits, what kind of role modeling they do. When I talk about leadership system, it is basically the org structure and the governance part. Now today, again, these are all individually very exhaustive topics. Today, I'll be speaking mainly on this part, leadership, and we'll be talking about leadership effectiveness for today. Now, certain key thoughts, which I think the previous two speakers have touched upon that what do you mean by leaders? Are these leaders are supposed to make followers? But modern management talks about everybody is leader. Its leader is not the top management. Everybody working at different levels of organization are leaders. So the role of a modern leader is not to create a host of followers. The role of a modern leader is to create multiple leaders, right? So another very interesting topic which you are discussed in multiple forums, whether leader is the boss or boss is the leader. Meaning thereby, do you think every leader is a boss? Or if a boss, when I say boss, it is the hierarchy, your boss. Can every boss become a leader? So it's a food for thought, all of them. I'm trying to going to answer this as my subsequent slides. Now let us understand when you talk about boss versus leader, what are the different characteristics a boss displays, and what are the current type of characteristics or the traits a leader will display.
Excuse me, Chinmoyji. I would like to request you to just change the slides. They are not moving.
It's not changing. Oh, sorry.
Now it's changed.
No, I've just gone into the unshare mode. Is it?
No. Now it's visible and now it's changing. You just didn't click on the other slide. That's nothing.
Which slide you have seen? Have you seen this slide?
Yeah, we are right now on this slide only, I guess.
Have you seen the previous slide? Have you seen this?
No, we didn't.
This one?
No, not exactly.
Because I started with this.
Okay.
Did you see this? Because this is my first slide was this. If not seen this, let me do it again, just quickly.
Sure.
So when I talk about business, I think people have heard me. So three things come into business. One is what part, how part, and why part, right? So what part consists of leadership, people, and infrastructure. How part is values and principles, which are the guidelines, strategies, systems, and processes. And why part is definitely the stakeholders. We talked about people, planet, and profit, purpose, and aspirations. Let me know the slide has changed or not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's changed.
So when you talk about leadership actually have certain roles to play in the organization. They set the direction, they interact with the stakeholders, they manage the business, and they are actually developing the capability of the business to go for a successful aspiration. Now, when you talk about leadership again, it is composed of two different components. One is the individual leadership, individual leaders, and the leadership system. There are two different roles these two elements play. So when you talk about individual leaders, it is the traits and the role modeling. Leadership system means the organization structure and the governance. So we'll be speaking on that the first part today, right? Now we discussed this. I think I was there. So we are talking about whether leaders are there to create followers or leaders are there to create more leaders. So the modern management says that I should have more leaders under me so that every part of the organization are driven efficiently. Or another topic for discussion may be whether a leader is always a boss or every boss can be leader. So this is one topic. It's more of a discussion, a food for thought for all of you. So I'll move to explain to you what is the difference between a boss and a leader. So what the boss does, normally boss takes an advantage of your subordinates, but leader tries to empower. I think this has been spoken in the previous two lectures. Boss, actually, if there is a failure, boss always blames, but leader always helps people to fix the problem. Boss tells people to go and do. Leader takes them along. Boss prefers always I have done that. Leader always says, we have done that. Boss sometimes intimidates. They try to push. They have to create a panic in the organization. Leadership always relies people. They want the people to have freedom of space, and they do their things the way we have to do. Boss always commands. Leader asks questions. Leader asks them to do what is the best way of doing it. Boss is always dictating. He tells what is to be done, how is to be done. He only tells. But leader sometimes take them along, shows them how it is to be done. Boss always takes credit. Even if he has not done anything, his team has done all the thing. Boss is always there to take the credit. Leaders always gives credit to the team for the success. So that's just to give you an explanation of what is the difference between boss and leader. We move to the next part. When we talk about leadership effectiveness. Now, this leadership effectiveness, we heard about the story of Mahabharata, but over a period of time, this leadership effectiveness has changed its definition. The way it has moved, it has come to a different level today. The reason is very simple. Today, if you look back 20 years back, the kind of people, the kind of workforce we had And the kind of people we have today is completely changed. Reason being, we are in a world of digitalization. We are in a world of many new things which 20 years back was not thinking. Now let me just give a brief of that. What has changed? And when these things have changed, the expectations of people have also changed. Now, one of the important things, the businesses are becoming digitalized, right? So when I becoming digitalized, I need different sets of skills. And no business, whether it is a smaller one or a bigger one, cannot do without some kind of digitalization today. Because where I'm doing a business with somebody else, that particular entity is digitalized. I have to become digitalized. So there are new skills required. Remote work and hybrid models, the kind of preferences people now have is towards, after thanks to COVID, that remote work has become a new normal now. People are many of the companies are preferring hybrid models. So there's a different kind of management skills you need. Now the freelancing, people are now comfortable with full-time work, preferring more. Many of the companies are preferring flexible work, right? And the kind of soft skills and the definition of these soft skills has also changed, whether it is communication, adaptability, emotional intelligence. All these things are heard in the management world today. Now, another very important thing is point number 5. Everybody has to keep on learning and upskilling, otherwise you will not survive. So that is another, and people are actually changing their career path. Millennials and Gen Z, they are very tech savvy. They prefer work-life balance. They are very purpose-driven, and they need a flexibility in the system, in the system, and flexibility in the way they work. Diversity. Now there are many diversity getting promoted, whether it is gender diversity or PWD, we kind of inclusion. Every company is now practicing. Also have a different kind of workforce is getting created now. Mental health, more focus on the mental health, because the kind of stress people are now getting because of multitasking, different dimensions of business. This has become a reality that mental health needs to be focused, whether it is a small company or a big company. Work-life integration, the balance between work and personal commitments. Everybody is having, I think there was some question on that. There are multiple personal commitments, but how a organization helps the workforce to balance is also a point to be considered when I'm planning to have a business. Environment and sustain. This has become a very important thing. Everybody, the new gen people are becoming sustainability conscious. So that is actually, and many of the customers are adopting this. So my work style has to change, and the kind of people we need will be different from what you used to have 20 years back. Talent pool is getting globalized. So there are cross-border movement. There are movements from one function to another function. And definitely we talked about digitalized workforce. There are new roles, there are new ways of working, and the people are more data savvy now. They work on data. So these are the few things which has changed over a period of time, and this definitely has an impact of the way we manage these people. Now moving to certain traits, what makes you a good leader? Definitely it's an action, how you act, what are the attitudes you display, what kind of behavior you do, what kind of drive you have in the organization. We talked about empathy in previous lecture, how we empathize with people, what kind of examples you create that people start respecting you as a leader, what kind of integrity you show, and what kind of respect you gain from your team. So these are the few simple tips for all these new students or new startups, that how you can become a good leader. But there are certain other side of it, what you should never do to become a good leader. The next slide talks about it. Overpromise. Some leaders overpromise and fail to deliver. Again, we heard about the micromanagement. Don't do micromanagement. Get overloaded. Leader starts taking so much responsibility and then he gets burnt out. So and the most important thing is for today's era is the change. Change is the only thing which is constant, right? So some leaders are resisting change and innovation. So that is another very negative part of leadership. This you should never do. You should always embrace change and innovation. owning up. Leaders should own up. If there is a failure, that we failed together. Instead of blaming others, you should own it up that yes, together we could not deliver, right? Sometimes the leaders become unrealistically perfectionist. Everything cannot be done perfectly. You have to move ahead and then gradually work on the perfection. Favoritism is one word which all of us know. Communication, again, what is to be done should be very clearly. Decisions, tasks, your feedback, everything should be very clearly communicated. Sometimes communication becomes toxic, so that is also a negative point. Leaders should be approachable, so unapproachable part is a negative part of that. Neglect to sometimes leaders try to prefer some of the team members, they're neglecting other members, so it's not a good thing to have for an effective leader. Indecisiveness, they are not taking decisions, sometimes autocratic and dictatorship, inconsistent in the approach, and sometimes the point number 15 is talking about the leader is disconnected from the team. He is only giving you instructions, he is not actually working with you. So moving to how you can become a good leader, effective leader. So good leaders it's not that everybody are born as a good leader. Leadership effectiveness is a subject which we can work on and we can develop. So let me give you a few points on that. What are the things you should do to become a good leader and effective leader? So I'm dividing into few points. First of all, leaders should be self-aware. I should know what is my strength and weakness. If I'm not expert of everything, I should not put my nose. I should pick up the expert and put in the job, right? Leaders should always seek feedback, and they should always keep practice the emotional intelligence. Vision, I think we have heard about it. Leaders should have very clear vision. They should convert the vision into goals and strategies, and then to convert them into success, they should encourage innovation. Communication, we have talked. Different kind of communication also means the listening part. Decision making, problem solving. So now today's world is a data-driven world. So we'll have to become a data-driven leader. I should work on facts. I should not work on hunch. And whenever I'm taking a problem solving, I should not solve the problem. I should not show my expertise. I should take the team along. So the approach should be very decisive. When I decide on something, I should go ahead with. Right? Building relationship, that's most important, that your team should feel that you are part of them. Then only the mutual respect will come. And that can come only when we mix up with them, you trust them, you empower them, and also you support them. The last in this particular slide is talking about coaching. Leaders should mentor. Not everybody are of similar caliber, similar mental and technical status. So I have to mentor my team, I have to coach my team, I have to encourage people to learn new things. And definitely the most important part is I have to give them constructive feedback, even if it is negative. So these are the things. The last, there are few more. Here we are talking about change. We have already discussed that. Adaptability. Leader has to adapt with the business, with the dynamics of business, with the dynamics of internal and external environment, and also the aspirations of the company. They have to lead by example, and they also should always have a growth mindset. They should think to grow always, inspire and motivate. The most difficult part is this, that we are not able to celebrate the success. We are not able to recognize the efforts of people. Even if we have failed, even if the team has failed, somebody in the team has put up his best effort, his or her best effort. I should recognize this. Every failure brings with certain learning. So to create a sense of purpose, that why I'm doing this. We talked about the why in the first two slides. So that every work which you do, leaders should kind of inculcate the feeling of the purpose, why I should do this, and how it's going to help me or the organization. Accountability and delegation. You hold yourself responsible You delegate, but delegate doesn't mean that leave everything to the team. You delegate, keep a track of what these people are doing, because at the end of the day, there's a difference between accountability and responsibility. When you talk about accountability, if I have 5 members in my team, I'm giving them different responsibilities. But at the end of the day, I'm accountable for the success of all 5 of them. So when I'm delegating, I need to see whether they are making progress. They have a set of roadblocks. They need my support, or somebody else has to support them. So delegation has to happen with some kind of support, and also to empowerment. When I say empowerment, it is more of giving them freedom to take decision to a particular limit. You cannot take a big strategic decision, but execution of any project, I'm talking about mainly from the project environment, because I'm from industry. Many of the projects happen simultaneously. If I give them certain job, a person who is having, let's say, 20 projects running cannot be looking at every project with the full efficiency, full effort. So somebody has to give some empowerment, but the empowerment will also comes with a kind of communication, what they can do, they cannot do. So this is very important for a leadership effectiveness. Self-improvement. Leaders should know how the management requirements are changing, how the business requirements are changing, how the new technologies are coming. Whether I'm an effective leader, you should always take feedback. You should always look back whether I'm being effective. I should have some way to understand whether I'm doing the right way of managing people. Emotional social is the last element of this particular set of things. Stress. Leaders should manage the stress of himself or herself, and also manage the stress of the people who are working with him. And the important part here is leaders should empathize. Many of the team members may have certain problems. To drive them effectively, the leader should have, show some kind of empathy, to understand maybe certain temporary phases the person is passing through. He needs some support. He may have certain limitations. You need to empathize and kind of support the person to come up with success. So these are the few things I thought I should discuss. But to end this particular set, I've just picked up one when I was preparing this. I just came across one very good piece of thing from LinkedIn. It's not mine.
Excuse me, Chinmoyji. We actually have a time constraint. Could you please wrap it up?
It is done. It is done. It is my last slide.
Sure.
So it's my last slide. It's nothing to speak on this. So this is the last slide I'm showing, that it's just picked up from just what are the assets and liabilities of any leadership. So that's all from my side. Taban, over to you.
Sure. Firstly, I would like to thank you a lot, Chinmoyji. And obviously, just one of my requests, you just came out of yours. Chinmoyji is actually an alumni of Accelerate, the same college I am in. So we are from the same background. Thank you for your presence and for this insightful discussion, because somewhere amongst auditors, you also need HR experts to elaborate on the leadership aspect. That's the reason I actually invited you. Thank you a lot. Aurora ji, if you can just carry on from here.
And thank you so much, Chinmay sir, for the amazing speech. It was really remarkable. And now I will put the email address in the chat box.
I'm not able to hear you. I think there's some.
Sir, am I audible?
And now you're audible, yeah.
Okay. So, sir, first of all, thank you so much for the amazing speech. And next, I would request you to please share your email address in the chat box as well.
I'll do that.
Sure, sir. And if any of you have some queries, so please don't hesitate to reach out to him further. Now, next, we would like to welcome Mr. Sandeep Kumar Kejriwal, sir. Yes, and I would request him to please commence his speech.
Yeah, good evening, one and all. And thanks SK Associates for inviting me for this opportunity. I am very happy to see my co-speaker, and two of them are company secretary CS Lalitha Devi and CS Gupta. One speaker from corporate side, Chinmay Roy. Good evening to one and all. It is truly said that leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. I have been listening to CS Lalita about the various roles of various characters in Ramayana as in Mahabharata. In addition to that, I would like to add some thing about Ramayana also. That Lord Rama has to fight with Ravana, and Rama has to understand that he has no Sena, he has no person in the jungle. So he created his own Sena from the jungle people. Jungle people means monkey. So a leader must understand that what is the means they are having, and according to the team strength, he has to create his leadership. Someone has to say that with confidence that he is a leader, because if you see in the jungle, lion can say only that I am the leader. He has the attitude, he has the confidence that he can be a leader. Rather than the elephant is the heaviest animal in the jungle, but he could not say that I am the leader. A leader may not be the topper or rank holder of an educational body. A leader is not mandatory that a leader passed out from a well-reputed educational body. There should be some qualities that makes a person a good leader. My mother, my father can be a leader in my family, managing the children, managing the society, in coping with their necessity. So let me tell you that leaders are those who are the good orators. A true leader is that who is the convincing ability, who is passionate about what they do and dedicated to accomplishing their aim in life. A great leader is a teacher also. A teacher who works towards empowering others, can take risks, and is able to develop the requisite set of skills. It's the old myth that leaders should be dictator. No. Dictatorship is the old myth. A leader should be soft, should be approachable. He should be a torch bearer for the masses to follow directions shown by him. A leader must be an inherent charisma within him. He should be magnetic for other people to behold. If you would gradually go up in the ladder of any industrial organization, you are not only expected to work more, but you are also expected to take more work from your team. The moment you promoted, you are the leader of a small team. The team may be small, may be big. So being responsible for your work is one thing, but being responsible for the work of a group of people is something else. A great leader is someone who can inspire and lead others. He should not force others to work, but he can inspire, he can influence to do work. A leader should be so profound that they start following her willingly. He does not require to rule over anyone, but his personality should be so strong. His presentation should be so polite. His communication should be so clear that people easily get swayed by his aura. Leadership quality which help a person stand out from rest of the crowd. Great leaders are not only strong-headed, he should always be modest and polite. He should always value the wisdom of others. He always give importance the suggestion given by others. As rightly said by C.S. Lalithaji, that the leaders should have the quality of integrity, the honesty. It's a great leadership quality to make everyone work in harmony under one roof. If you are able to pull people together for a cause, then success is bound to touch with you. A leader is not only expected to gather information of his own company, of his own group, he is also expected to gather information beyond his own company, beyond his own group also. And accordingly, he can give instruction to their teams. Yes, of course, delegation must be a good quality for a leaders. A leader is a person who always listen more and give instruction less. He must be sincerely to understand people, their perspectives, their problems, everything. He must understand the feelings of others, feelings of other values, and motivate them. Leaders can set their own goals to show their value personal development. They can also set clear objectives for their teams to foster a positive workplace environment. Leaders should ensure that everyone has the tools and equipments. If his team member does not have the correct infrastructure, the team members cannot deliver more. Team bonding is also a good quality of leader. So they should make the regular meetings, regular review meetings, maybe virtual, maybe physical, networking activities, outing, and others. Now I am coming with two words. One is contact, one is connect. A person may have 100 phone numbers in his mobile, that is contact. But connect, a member may not have the connect with all the 100%. Normally, I heard in my earlier years that Tusi Modi knows the name of most of his employees. I also know some of the industries at Kolkata also. They know each and every person's name and their family background in brief. So the moment you know the name and the moment a leader talks with a person with his name, that develops the connect. Leader's vision should be much and more clear. Emotional intelligence. Nowadays, this is the good quality. This is the best quality of a leader. That emotional intelligence is the ability to understand your emotions and the emotions of others. This is one of the most fundamental leadership skills that can speed up your success. I also feel that a good leader must have the habit of writing down the problems, the solutions, the means they are having, the pros and cons of their teams, so that they can give instruction according to it, and they can expect more outcome from that. Your team. Effective leading is often done with empathy.